I wasn't gonna say nothing about nothing, right? I wasn't gonna record nothing. I wasn't gonna do nothing. I was gonna sit in the solace of myself, not the silence of myself, the solace, like that neutrality where it's just a non-existent judgment, right? And then I was thinking about something I texted to somebody and messaged to somebody because I try to message and text a whole bunch of somebodies that I don't know, which makes them nobodies, trying to make them somebody in my life, right? And then Yo Gotti posted this thing like I'm never gonna choose money over my people. And I started thinking real quick about the movies, the time frame, the day, the shared holiday, the concept, the facilitation, so many things. I'm not ever gonna choose money over my people, which means human beings, right? Even if I had no idea what Yo Gotti meant. You know what I mean? But if he's different like me in the sense of, then he means never choosing it over another human being, right? Because once it's done to you, um, and it just kept antagonizing my mind. Like the point was lost in the explanation. And back in the day, everybody be like, "Yeah, dude, I forgot what I was saying. I'm stoned," or "I forgot what I was saying. I'm just." You didn't forget what you were saying. What you were saying, like what I was just saying, didn't mean as much as you wanted it to. But the point that needed to be stated, that was more relevant, was stated, and you couldn't remember what we call ego wanted the statement to sound like. And I'm signing off on that because if I signed off on the other version of it, I would feel good about myself. If I sign off on this version of it, we're closer to each other. So that point there that I'm trying to make for myself, and I'd be like, yeah, I got it. I said it right. I got this. I got that. Yo, I got it. Yo, got it. I got it. But then at the same time, I don't want to get it because the point is for you to get it if I'm recording this so you can fucking hear it, whatever it is, right? So if I keep losing the thought, when you get it, you will gain a thought. Now I remember the feeling I had when I thought it and wanted to share it with you. So that's in me. I know it. I felt it. That's why I started sharing it. But I'm trying to say it in a way that you can find it. And that's the other part, because it's not all ego. I'm trying to explain it in a way that made me feel good so you receive it in a way that makes you feel good. Which, before I go off on this tangent, which I'm going to go off on so I don't go off on it, is the point. Because that is easily manipulated. Which is why it's important to never choose something that was created by a human being over something that was naturally caused by nature. So somewhere in that, I'm hoping somebody gets something like the feeling I had when I first thought it, when I communicated something 5 years ago, 6 years ago, that touched another human being I have never met on so many different levels of life than me, that said something 5 years later, like it's still fucking with us. It's still a part of us. We're still understanding that the point is to get closer to 5 years later, right? And then I looked at the Wish You Were Here that was written that has 444 million views. And I looked at Wish You Were Here, and I know all the words to one and none of the words to other which should be the opposite, right? Maybe it's just good sometimes to also, for me, to feel like it's not worth the money it takes when the feeling of somebody you don't know understanding you in the same way, when it's positive, that positive in the money would come. So as I texted and I privately spoke to other people in the past, don't sell your Bitcoin, buy more. Because we've bought into this bullshit for hundreds of years and keep buying and keep buying and keep buying, and it keeps fucking us. If you keep buying into independent things like Bitcoin and resolutions for homelessness and child kidnappings and child sex trade, all these other like devastatingly magnanimous things that need to change, that just get continued in the way we've all just continued buying into this shit. Buy into Bitcoin. It takes the power for them to continue to sell people away. You don't see it, but somebody did 20 something years ago, and that's all that matters. So if I saw it, and then Gotti saw it, and then I saw it when Gotti said it, then it must be true. When I lost that good feeling that I had, I was like, yeah, I had this idea, bing, bing, light bulbs in my head. I got this, I'm gonna say this, and they're gonna think of me, right? Subconsciously, that's what I was thinking. They're gonna think of me when I say this. Now, I know that I did the best I could and used the network that has been built to continue to pass this data back and forth. Fuck a tenth. I repeat, we've been buying in this shit that don't mean shit for so long and selling it and buying it and selling it to each other at a fucking cost we can't afford. Start buying shit that's helping all of us. So in a sense, fucking yourself is the only way to not fuck us all. I think, some shit like that. All living things, always love.